Guys, so we have an urgent information coming out when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Ukrainian leader has threatened new strike into Russia days after claiming that Kiev possessed a brand new long-range missile capable of reaching Moscow. Zelensky wrote on Telegram that he had been briefed by Ukraine's commander-in-chief, Alexander, on the current battlefield situation. He said this: "We will continue our active actions exactly as needed to protect Ukraine. Forces and means are prepared. New deep strikes have also been planned. Look out," he said on Sunday, August 31st, 2025, without providing further details. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and a PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Guys, pay very close attention here. I did post a video yesterday that the sleeping giant, the US, is giving the green light. The green light. And now today, Zelensky, well, he's putting out a message today. His forces, it says, "We will continue our active actions exactly as needed to protect Ukraine. Forces and means are prepared. New deep strikes have also been planned." Something big is about to hit the fan pretty soon here, guys. Alright, so this is coming out from the president. New deep strike have also been planned. So I do believe that the bear is going to get hit by long range. And when that day comes, I do believe the bear is going to drop Orishnik. Earlier this month, Zelensky claimed that his country had developed the long-range Flamingo. I don't know why they call it Flamingo. Okay. I heard about that missile, Flamingo, but I just don't understand why they call it Flamingo. I mean, the first thing that pops in my head is the state of Florida, Flamingo. All right, so Flamingo missiles with a reported range of 3,000 kilometers? Wow. Which would be enough to reach not only Moscow, but also Russian cities beyond the Ural Mountains. Is that where the bunkers? Hold on, give me a second here. That's where the bunkers are at, right? Give me a second. Give me a second here. Hold on. So, there's been reports that there are some bunkers out there. But again, that country, they don't put out all that information. They don't put like bunkers, location. They don't, put out that information. But according to some sources, there are bunkers there. Wow. So Zelensky has something that could reach all the way out there towards Ural Mountains. The Ukrainian leader, however, said that mass production is not expected for the next several months. Now you have the British media outlets cast doubts on whether the Flamingo was developed in Ukraine and noting similarities with the FP-5 cruise missile produced by the UK-based Millennium Group and unveiled at an arms expo in Abu Dhabi this year. Now, the UK has also been supportive of Kiev's long-range strikes, having provided it with Storm Shadow missiles in the past. Now, once again, the Bear Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria noted that there is nothing surprising in a similarity, adding that Ukraine has long turned into a testing ground for weapons, Western weapons. There are more than enough examples. Well, that's very true. We completely flood that region with all our equipment under Joe. Now it says here on Friday, the Kiev Independent also reported that Crane National I'm gonna skip that name, has launched an investigation into Firepoint, the defense firm linked to the development of the Flamingo missile, after report it misled the Gov on pricing and deliveries. Now, earlier this month, the Wall Street Journal reported that the U.S. had blocked Crane from carrying out strike deep inside the Bear territory. All right, that's the reason why. Again, that's the reason why it was blocked. Number one, Donald does not want to drag us into this war. Donald also mentioned that this could lead to WW3. Also, he knows that Putin is going to strike back. And you guys already know, back in November 2024, they dropped Orishnik, and Orishnik was no joke. That's the last time Joe, our former leader, that's the last time he gave the green light to fire long range. That was the last time. So it says here, throughout the conflict, some of Kiev's Western backers have been wary of authorizing unrestricted strikes into the Bear using Western supply weapons, citing concerns over escalation with Moscow. Crane has regularly carried out long-range strike inside Russia, with Moscow says frequently hit civilian areas and critical infrastructure. Once again, the Bear has retaliated with strike on Ukrainian military-related facility and defense enterprises, but maintains that it never target civilian. All right, so give me a second here, guys. I know Sky News is also putting out this information here. Sky News says as Zelensky plans new deep strike against the Bear. And once again, Putin is in China to meet axis of upheaval. Now, Putin has arrived in China for a regional security summit aimed at countering Western influence in global affairs, as he is joined by the Red Dragon leader and the leaders of Iran and North Korea in their first public show of cooperation. Wow. I heard that I think India, the leaders there too. So you got some very, very powerful people out there. So look at this news here. "35 minutes ago, Europe has pretty precise plan to send troops to Ukraine." All right, so you can forget about that peace stuff. It says here Europe has a pretty precise plan to send troops to Ukraine. All right, so we got the long range, the Flamingo, and now we have the buildup of possibly sending troops. Once again, the president of the EU Commission has told the Financial Times. Now, in an interview with the outlet, she repeated Europe's line that security guarantees for Ukraine were paramount. She reportedly added that the U.S. commander had reassured Europe that there would be an American presence of some sort as part of the backstop for Ukraine. This, the FT reported, was repeatedly affirmed to them. Once again, the president of the EU Commission was said to have added that there was a clear road map along with an agreement from the White House, something that has been questioned in recent weeks. The FT also reported that British Prime Minister, you have Starmer, NATO chief Mr. Mark, and others were expected to gather in Paris on Thursday. All right. One of the latest breaking news 37 minutes ago, Europe has pretty precise plan to send troops to Ukraine. And Zelensky announced that there are plans to hit the bear, the capital, Moscow, and way out there to Ural mountain. I mean, we're talking about 3,000 kilometers long range missile. Okay, give me 1 second here, guys. We have some more breaking news coming out. 1 hour ago, Zelensky thanks Pope Leo after call for ceasefire. Zelensky has thanked the Pope after the pontiff call for a cease plan in Ukraine. The bear must end the war. It began and refuses to end, the Ukrainian leader said on social media. So Zelensky said this: grateful to the pontiff for this forceful appeal to stop the war and lawlessness. We fully share his holiness. We fully share his holiness. All right, so call for an immediate cease plan and urge the bear to take real steps to end the biblical war. The bear must end the biblical war it began and refuses to end. So the Pope said this: I strongly reiterate my urgent appeal for an immediate cease plan and a serious commitment to dialogue. Now is the time for those responsible to renounce the logic of equipments and take the path of negotiation and peace with the support of the international community. Give me 1 second here, guys. There is a lot of news coming out today when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Once again, this also took place today. 5 hours ago, Putin meets the Red Dragon leader. Putin has met with the Red Dragon leader. He was greeted at a welcoming ceremony for the 26 world leaders attending, I'm going to skip that name, the summit. Okay, 6 hours ago. Moscow commits to continue the biblical war despite peace effort by Europe, Ukraine, and the U.S. Here's the reason why: because the security guarantees. It just, again, they want NATO troops in Ukraine. Putin is saying no, no NATO, no. So it just is a never-ending. Again, there's no agreement, there's no dialogue. Well, there was a dialogue, but it led to no agreement. So the Kremlin says that the bear will continue its operation of Ukraine regardless of attempts to bring Moscow to the negotiating table. Spokesman Dmitry attempted to lay the blame at Kiev door, despite the bear ordering tens of thousands of troops to strike Ukraine in February 2022. And Zelensky repeated calls for talks with Putin this year. Now, Moscow has been seen by experts to be paying token gestures to peace talk, including sending only low-level delegations to meet Ukrainian team in Turkey in order to keep the U.S. Commander-in-Chief on side while pursuing its real goals on the battlefield. We are ready to resolve the problem by political and diplomatic means. But so far, we do not see reciprocity from Kiev in this. So we shall continue the special military operation. The bear officials use the term special military operation to refer to its full scale. Again, the Western call it invasion. The bear call it operation. All right, so Um, Again, you guys already know that the Western, they don't see it as an operation; they see it as an invasion. Just like the bear, when it comes to U.S. and Syria, the bear sees it as an invasion, but the U.S. sees it an operation. So it's like, it's the same thing. All right, so this is the one here. This is the one. I got two more I want to share with you. 7 hours ago, again, Zelensky plans new strike deep into the bear. Crane plans new strike deep into the bear, Zelensky says. We will continue our active operation in exactly the way needed for Crane's defense. Now the forces and resources are prepared. New deep strike have also been planned, Zelensky said on X, after meeting Crane's top general. And we're gonna end it with this one here, guys. Now I did read the news article for this one. I wouldn't say this is a catastrophic event. It just, you guys know the Black Sea, there's all these booby traps. It's like mine stuff. All right, so cargo ship hit explosive device near Ukrainian port. A civilian cargo ship has hit an unknown explosive device near the Ukrainian seaport of Tonomorsk. Two sources have told Reuters. Now it says here, the Belize flag bulk carrier has sustained minor damage, they said. Once again, you have the Tonomorsk is a large and strategically important seaport in Ukraine's southern Odessa region. It's one of the 3 Ukrainian ports operating in a maritime transport corridor linking the Black Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. Odessa governor said that the Tonomorsk had been subjected to a significant strike by Russian drone overnight. All right, guys, so we're going to end it here, but there's been some stuff going on today. You got Zelensky talking about long range Flamingo, 3,000 kilometer that could hit Moscow and even Ural Mountain. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ural Mountain. At the same time, you got the EU planning to send troops to Ukraine. And you got the Pope is urging, to end this war before things start hitting the fan. And there's a cargo ship that got hit. There was a booby trap. Explosive device. But this is where we are right now, and you got some very, very important world leaders meeting at the Red Dragon, China. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time later. Peace.